on stereotypes and generalizations. Stereotypes today have become such a big issue in the world that it has forced some countries to ban religious clothing such as the Muslim burqa or niqab. This piece shows the various masks around the world that are either meant to be accepted and are not, or are accepted and shouldn't be. As we can see, there is a Muslim lady wearing a burqa, a Guy Fawkes mask, a gas mask, and a ski mask. I also associated these different masks with different objects. So the Muslim lady is holding a grenade, the Guy Fawkes mask is holding an ice cream cone, the gas mask is holding a gun, and the ski mask is holding a bouquet of flowers. The reason for doing this is because I want to show how in some countries the Muslim burqa or Muslim clothing has been banned because people believe that they are a threat to society because they're either holding guns or bombs or grenades under them. And then the Guy Fawkes mask, which represents revolution and anarchy, is worn around the world sometimes as a carnival mask or as a child playing around with it. And hence the person in the Guy Fawkes mask is holding an ice cream cone to show how this mask of revolution is actually worn as an everyday thing, even though it shouldn't be recognized as such a light, funny thing. The gas mask is holding a gun because a gas mask is meant to be representing protection. However, some people use it and abuse the idea of it by using it to cover themselves and harm other people. Finally, the ski mask is holding a bouquet of flowers because when you look at a person in a ski mask, people automatically think it's a criminal. However, it may actually be a person living in a cold country and may actually be a very nice person under his mask, taking a bouquet of flowers to someone. The artist's research contained Mario Dubsky, which influenced the bodies of these characters. Dubsky had a piece called Cabaret Valhalla, which shows a bunch of silhouette-like people which seem to be wearing cloaks and you can't really decipher where one person ends and the other starts. They're sort of unified. So I like this idea to use here to show how, yes, the people are individual and separate of each other, however, are connected at some parts in the piece, to show how really we're all the same person and we shouldn't be judged because of some stereotypes or generalizations, because we may actually be different from what people say. And also I was influenced by another artist called Joel Pares, he made a collection of photographs of people of different races or different orientations, and he put them in their normal everyday business outfit or work outfit, and the photo next to that is the same person, however he's dressed as his stereotype. For example, there was a black man who was in a suit, and then next to that photo it was him with gangster clothes and looking like he's part of a gangster gang.
Would you like to say anything about your choice of eyes colors?
Right, so when looking at this piece, we see that the Muslim lady seems to have one blue eye and one brown eye, and then the man in the ski mask seems to have a blue eye and a green eye. So the reason for this was because I wanted to show how we don't really know who is under that mask, we can just assume. So most people think that when they see a lady in a niqab or a burqa, they assume that it is an Arab lady. However, it might not actually be an Arab lady, it's just a Muslim lady from anywhere in the world. And I wanted to show also the ski mask. We don't know who is under that ski mask. So it could be a man of any race, of any orientation, from anywhere really, under that ski mask. And we shouldn't assume that he is from a certain place, hence the different eye colors.
All right. And what about the color choice for the objects that they're holding?
So the objects, if you look closely, the harmful objects or the weapons are colorful, whereas the pleasant objects like the ice cream and the bouquet of flowers, are monotonous and using black and white. So the reason for this was because the weapons, I wanted to show how people notice the negative part of things and how that stands out more than the good part of people, hence stereotypes. Stereotypes are usually insulting people and looking at people in a negative perspective. So I thought it would be appropriate to make the weapons stand out, because that is what is always standing out, not the positivity and the goodness of people.
And what about the paint application? Why that type of paint application? Why the drips?
So for the dripping, I wanted to show how in the end we all kind of fade into this and unify in the same way. As you can see here, everyone just connects at this point and just drips down, to also show how possibly people are worn out by the stereotypes. And at the end, people's identities are fading because of stereotypes, because it's a generalization, so the individuality of people is also fading.
What do you want the viewers to take away from this piece?
From this piece, I want people to understand how stereotypes are becoming such a big issue, that religious clothing is being banned and masks of protection are representing other things now, whereas masks of revolution and anarchy and masks that are usually supposed to be something to keep you warm are actually being viewed as these terrible criminal masks. I want people to understand that that is not always the case, and people have to think what could be beneath the mask or beneath the surface of these people.
Thank you, Kristina.
Thank you.